What's the meaning of life? What does it mean to have free will? Is cereal a type of soup? The world is full of profound questions, but few more profound than the ones that you guys have been asking me for weeks. Can Lego frogs spaceship? Let's find out. So right off the bat, let's establish Lego frogs are weird pieces to work with. They have no connection points besides the anti-stud on the bottom, and their little frog hips make them too wide to actually fit next to each other. So our first goal is to figure out how to fit as many frogs in as small an area as possible. We could line them on a plate alternating like this, but I think we can get a greater FPI, or frogs per inch. We can use something else that uses non-traditional spacing like this leaf piece. That's pretty cool. We can even do two of them together like this, but we're kind of just replicating the bonsai tree. So let's do something different. We can put them on these little handhold pieces and then feed them into a tank tread, and that gives us some wiggle room, but I feel like this is too imprecise to use as the base of a spaceship. I think the best way to maximize our FPI is with a classic stud on side piece. So this will be the fundamental building block of our spaceship. Also the universe. It's frogs all the way down. I think rather than stacking these, I'm going to try to make a ring, so I put this double bar on the bottom, add some clips, remove some frogs, so this can go here. Repeat this pattern until we have this glorious frog chain that can be looped around to form a little circle. Kind of a wonky circle right now, but as we fill in the center, it should become stronger, especially if we do things like add these cheese wedges to limit how much these can move. This also gives us room for more frogs. Beautiful. That's a lot of frogs. As you can see, we're adhering to a very Florida color palette. Maybe we should add some gators. No. This is the frog's moment to shine. Now we have an issue where this central part is just a little too wide to add another snot brick, but we can deal with that in kind of a cool way by putting two of these half domes together, unfurling our frogs, and then place this in the center and wrap it back around. And now we have a pretty strong connection point right in the center that's held together only with frogs and compression, but mostly frogs. I think we can make this the main body of the ship. Let's use this big dome piece to be the cockpit of our ship in a way that kind of reflects a frog's eye. We'll build the wings with clips and rods so we can get angles, and we'll use these funky pieces so we can get angles on our angles. Add some detailing, and a frog, another frog, more frogs, and one final frog. Do the same on the other side, and we've got some nice angled wings that gives our ship a kind of turtle vibe, which is, I think, frog adjacent. They gotta be cousins at least. Probably through marriage though, not blood. Take one of these, add clips, add frogs, fold them up, and we got a frog-based thruster, which looks way better than it has any right to. A little more fire, a blaster on the bottom, and a frog droid on top to control it, and I think our frog ship is done. I really like this one. You guys were right to demand a frog spaceship, but we can't make any judgments until we test the swooshability. Here we go. Ribbit. Flawless, 10 out of 10. Lego frogs can spaceship.